Walk, Law. Unnoticed, quietly, far away, far, far away. Nothing will bind you anymore. Not the iron borders of the White City, nor your shortened lifespan. Nothing will restrict you anymore. You are now truly free. Hello and welcome to One Piece 101, the series that breaks down everyone and everything in the One Piece world. Today, we'll be taking a look at the tragic hero that is Donquixote Rosinante. Rosinante is a former world noble and the brother of former warlord of the sea Donquixote Doflamingo. Together with his brother, the two were taken away from the holy land of Marijois by their father Homing, in order to live a more modest life in the world. While living in poverty, Rosinante's mother died from an illness, and after enduring torture at the hands of commoners, Rosinante witnessed his brother Doflamingo kill their father. Following that, the brothers went their separate ways, and Rosinante was found by then-Admiral and future Fleet Admiral Sengoku of the Marines. Rosinante then enlisted in the Marines, and for 14 years he served, rising to the rank of captain, while his brother Doflamingo became an increasingly notorious pirate, specializing in black market trading. Due to this, Rosinante was sent to infiltrate his brother's pirate crew and report regularly to Sengoku. His infiltration was successful, and he rose to become a commander of the Donquixote Pirates, which earned him the codename of Corazon. During this time with the Donquixote Pirates, Rosinante also posed as a mute, a clever ruse that was greatly assisted with the power of his devil fruit called the Nagi Nagi no Mi. This fruit is a paramecia type that gives the user the ability to create a soundproof field, able to cancel out all noise from the outside to those within the field, and vice versa. While acting as part of the crew, Rosinante changed his personality considerably, most notably adopting the attitude of hating children. In reality, this was a facade put on to discourage children from joining the Donquixote Pirates. During this time, Rosinante would meet a young boy by the name of Trafalgar Law, who would go on to become a prominent figure in the series. Although Rosinante's immediate action was to throw Law out of a window, in an attempt to prevent him from joining the Donquixote Pirates. And it's fair to say that this attempt failed spectacularly, as not only did Law proceed to join the crew, but he also vowed revenge on Rosinante, and eventually quite literally stabbed him in the back. Knowing that Doflamingo would punish and even potentially kill Law for this transgression, Rosinante hid the actions of the young boy, and claimed that he had instead been stabbed by an enemy. From that moment on, Law and Rosinante developed a working relationship that would only come to change when Rosinante overheard Law using his real name, which was Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. As a result of the revelation that Law was a D, Rosinante dragged him away immediately, revealed that he was indeed capable of speech, as well as a marine informant, and warned Law to flee Doflamingo immediately. Now this wasn't an easy decision for Law to make. Just a bit of background on him, Law had an incurable disease known as amber lead syndrome, which threatened to kill him within a few short years. But Doflamingo had made him aware of a devil fruit with the power to save his life, and promised that if Law found it before he died, he would raise the boy to become his right-hand man. However, Rosinante knew the truth that Doflamingo would only use whoever consumed that devil fruit for his own private means. The fruit was known as the Ope Ope no Mi, which, amongst a whole slew of crazy abilities, gave the user the ability to render an individual immortal. However, it cost the life of the user itself. So while Law didn't flee the crew as Rosinante warned, Rosinante eventually took Law on a journey through the world to find a cure for his disease. Although not a single hospital was willing or able to treat Law, and their search was almost entirely fruitless. That is, until they were contacted one day by Doflamingo, informing them that he knew the whereabouts of the Ope Ope no Mi. Rosinante then concocted a plan to steal the fruit, which he successfully enacted, although he was seriously wounded in the process. He then proceeded to force-feed Law the fruit in order to save his life. Relieved, Rosinante collapsed and tasked Law with delivering a message to the Marines. Wanting to help Rosinante, Law accepted. However, he delivered the message to the worst possible person, a double agent working for Doflamingo named Virgo. Virgo proceeded to brutally attack Rosinante, but despite his previous injuries, Rosinante managed to escape with Law. However, the two would become trapped by Doflamingo's birdcage technique, and Rosinante, realizing that he was about to die, gave Law a touching last message and proceeded to hide him in a treasure chest. When questioned about the whereabouts of Law by Doflamingo, Rosinante claimed that the boy had eaten the Ope Ope no Mi and escaped the island before the birdcage caught them. Doflamingo then fatally shot Rosinante many times with the same gun he'd used to kill their father. In his last act of defiance, Rosinante made sure to stay alive long enough to silence the cries of Trafalgar Law using his Devil Fruit abilities, and thus allowing Law to escape the island. Rosinante then died, with a smile on his face. Some more fun facts about Rosinante. Rosinante's marine code is 01746, which, when it's read in reverse, is 64710, or in Japanese, Ro-shi-nan-ten, essentially spelling his name Rosinante. Rosinante is one of the most clumsy One Piece characters to date, managing to, amongst other things, set himself on fire while lighting a cigarette. Rosinante was the name of Don Quixote's horse, the protagonist in a novel by Cervantes. In the story, the horse is quite clumsy, very similar to the Rosinante in One Piece. And finally, a truly useless fact, just like Law, Rosinante has a hatred of bread. And that about does it for Don Quixote Rosinante. A fairly tragic figure in the One Piece world, but a man whose legacy lives on in the form of Trafalgar Law. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with who, what, or where you'd like to see featured in the next One Piece 101.